Before I start, I'm going to talk, I'm totally not doing what Smiley did, because I'm actually going to talk to you about one specific design challenge and a solution that the team at eBay came up with. And so this is going to be really practical and maybe even boring because it's kind of our own stuff that I'm going to talk about. But I hope there's maybe some learnings in it that you guys can take away. But before I do that, who shops on eBay? Okay. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. What do you buy? Ma'am. Clothing. Is there a specific kind of clothing? Just clothing. Okay. What do you buy on eBay? Coins. Oh, you're one of those people. Wow. Why? Have you always collected them? You've always collected them, though, or is it a new thing? Wow. Wow. Someone else. Someone else. What do you buy on eBay? Okay, case. A what? A car. Hello. Can anyone beat that? I feel like who can beat that? Anyone? Come on, keep your hands up. I want to hear these stories. Yes.
I just got a bridesmaid dress for my friend's wedding.
Amazing. Yes, sir. A chandelier. Anyone else? Anyone have something kind of different? Okay. Tennis racket. Oh, you're fancy. Wow. Yes, ma'am.
I very reluctantly bought anything on eBay because I don't like it.
Okay. I'm here to change your mind.
Because I couldn't get it anywhere else because it was sold out. I bought the lamp. I didn't want to do it.
All right. And one more person. One more person. Anyone? Come on. You guys are all millennials over here. You're not shopping on eBay, I guess. One more person. Anyone? Oh, yes, sir. Your pineapple dog outfit. No, dog house. What? It's shaped like a pineapple? Yeah. Shut up. Okay, so basically eBay is where really weird people shop. No, just kidding. That's why I love working at eBay. I have dedicated my professional career to shopping, and I've been at eBay for about 1.5 years, and it's kind of been like a homecoming because the two companies that I founded and everything that I've ever felt passionately about my life kind of started in 1998 when I started shopping on eBay. I used to buy Grace Jones records, Eames chairs when you could buy them for really cheap and people didn't know about them. And I also bought, it was weird, I used to buy autographs when I was like 20 or 21. I had an autograph collection, kind of like the coin guy. A unique and interesting thing to collect, but kind of something I don't like to talk about. But you know, whenever I'm somewhere, and it happened to me today. I'm taking out life insurance because I'm getting old. I know I don't look it, but I'm getting old. And in order for them to give you the life insurance that goes above like a basic policy, you have to have make sure you're not dying of something and all this stuff. So they come out to your house and actually take all your, they take your blood and you're in your living room and they just do it. And she's looking around my apartment and it's kind of weird. It looks like Pee-wee's Playhouse. And she's like, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, I work at eBay, because I want to tell everyone I work at eBay. And she says, I love eBay. And I'm like, why? And she's telling me that she's Pakistani, and it's one of the places that she can collect the textiles and the fabrics that she grew up with. And it's one of the only places. And it was like, I have a moment like that nearly every day where I have this aha moment where I'm like, I'm not going to say our competitors' names, because you guys know who they are, and you probably shop on them. But nobody taps into commerce the way eBay does at the heartstrings. Pineapple hot dog, pineapple, I don't know, I'm thinking hot dog. I don't know, I've had 2 beers. But anyway, so we're going to talk about this thing called eBay's homepage. eBay has 165 million active customers. That's staggering. And when I joined this company, I came from, startup world where we would boast, oh, we have 2 million customers, and we thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And it's 165 million active. Think about the scale that comes with that. Think about the responsibility that comes with that. And the team was basically tasked to redesign our homepage. And there's many reasons, but long story short, about 3 years ago, realizing that people fulfilled passions on eBay, our product design, technology, leadership, everyone rallied around creating a Pinterest-esque experience on eBay where one could follow a seller, that's inventory that you loved. One could search for something like Nike Air Jordan, whatever number that is, your size, and that get text messages or emails every day when new items that fit that search criteria popped into a stock. And also following collections that either in-house curators or other customers created. And by hitting follow or liking these things, a feed would be produced that was Pinterest-esque and grid-esque. And we thought that would, at the time, be an awesome thing for customers to do. And it is. I don't know how many tens of millions of customers have actually done this and curated a feed, but for a casual customer, someone that's just looking here and there every once in a while, eBay was not a personalized experience whatsoever, although we did know what they bought, we did know what they browsed, we did know a lot about them, but we weren't in a position to kind of leverage that because eBay has today 1.1 billion listings. There are 1.1 billion things that you can buy on eBay. That's crazy. And those listings came from everyone from a big brand to your mother. And my mother sells lots of things on eBay. And there's a discrepancy in the types of listings, the amount of data that's listed, what people write about it, how they catalog it. And the company has invested tremendously over the last couple of years in what we call structured data, but it's basically applying aspect tags, brands, colors, materials. Those are for more of the fashion things that I shop for, but then for things like hard goods, they're the more specific things like, I don't even know what they're called, like UPC numbers and all these specific things that like catalog this stuff out in the real world. And that investment has allowed us to create a new homepage that is personalized even for the most casual user at eBay. And it's some really powerful stuff. So I kind of jumped ahead because I'm talking about why we redesigned the homepage, but that's why. We've set ourselves up with the ability to now take casual shopping behavior and actually start to create a personalized experience on eBay rather than something that we built for power eBay customers before. We want those, the joy of kind of finding what you want, being inspired, finding something that's related to something that you're looking for even a casual customer. So here, I'm talking out of line. This is why I need to be interviewed, Dan. So what it is, I'm just going to show you my website, my homepage. So we are rolling out the new eBay homepage currently. And this is the new eBay. About 25% of people in the United States, Australia, Germany, and UK can see this new homepage, and in a matter of weeks, this will be rolled out to everyone. And I don't know if you are an eBay customer, but this is a drastic and dramatic departure from the eBay of even today, I guess I could say. It's a dramatic departure visually in terms of just the style. You'll see that part of the page is we're working on it. It's a work in progress. There are things here that, the page below the header is a little different and a little more modern than kind of what's above the fold. Where the team that works on the header is also my world, so we're making some changes there in the coming months. But what you're going to see is just a new visual graphic style. And then you're going to scroll down, and the landing page starts to be like a reflection of the person that's shopping. And we did an interview with Jason Del Rey from Recode when we kind of showroaded this thing. And I had like 6 people in our office kind of sit down. And it was really awesome to see like, this person's a fashion customer. This guy's tinkering with a vintage car. This is the design person, that's me. And people's personalities really start to come to life. And I'm just going to talk to you about kind of just the different parts of elements of this. So as you can see, these are the things that I've most recently looked at on eBay. And I am thinking about buying this Warhol print, which is totally underpriced. Excuse me, I don't have any internet connection, so I can't click on anything. I forgot to do that. But this would be a slider of my most recent activity, which is part of what's supplying the data that is going to influence what's seen below. Watched items are just things that I'm saving, and then suddenly I start to get recommendations of content and products that are somewhat related to what I was shopping, but not the exact items that I was shopping. So here you see, recommended for you is utilizing an algorithm that we call the aspect graph, which is taking category plus some kind of other structured data that's put together, and it's pivoting on that, and it's saying, I'm going to show this person more stuff like that. So I was looking at Eames shares, because I'm going to be moving into a new apartment, and this is pulling up kind of the best and best of the best, or the best price things, or there's a lot of different reasons why the algorithm is showing it what it is, but it's meant to show pivot on one specific thing, and maybe even tell you what you were looking for, even if you didn't even know what you're looking for. So if you're looking for a chair that you loved, and this is a big aha moment for me when I came to eBay, I was like, we have an opportunity to let people know what their interests and their passions are, even if they don't know to call it bohemian, or know to call it mid-century, or know to call it Bauhaus, or whatever. And so, super excited, and this works for everything. If you like yoga or Zumba, or my mother's case, collecting angels or scrapbooking, can you imagine what a homepage with angels and scrapbooking would look like? Hey, Mom. This is built for everyone. It's editorial based on your editorial preferences. Another thing that we're super excited about, and another algorithm that there should be something there, it's just not there because I'm not online, is, think about it, like Airbnb is cool because you can sleep on a $15 mattress in someone's side room, or you can rent an island. eBay, you can buy a $5 watch, or you can buy a $1 million Warhol through Sotheby's. Like you literally can, that's the gamut. And what makes us special is not only that spectrum of value and spectrum of products, but also the community aspect. We're not competing with our sellers. People, brands, sellers, retailers, book companies, bands even. Anyone can set up a shop on eBay. Millions of people earn their living. There is a feel-good and ethical reason why this company needs to exist in the world. And something we're starting to get more comfortable with is exposing sellers rather than just products or things. And so you will see in the future of eBay us doubling down on that and promoting. There's so many cool brick and mortar stores that have stayed in business because of this platform, because Walmart and everybody else has tried to push them out of business, that we feel it's our obligation to actually start to expose that to people. And we're going to do that in a major way on our homepage. And here we go. I like Andy Warhol. Shocking. From here, I was looking at dining chairs. This is saying dining chairs, but it's showing me vintage chairs. I did not. This is something that it knows my style. It's kind of freaky how you browse like 3 or 4 things and suddenly somebody starts shooting back all this. It's like a personal shopper in a store that says, oh, you like that, you like that, you like that, take all this. And for someone that buys something every day online, this is really scary. More and more, you'll see things like deals and kind of the tried and true parts of eBay, curated things by our in-house curators. Another thing that is on the new homepage that's taking a little bit of more prominence, and you're seeing a recognized user, but if you were unrecognized, imagine all the modules that weren't speaking to me, all the mid-century and Andy Warhol stuff. It would be much more graphic and condensed, and the idea there is to try to get people to reconsider eBay in a major way, to think about like all the interesting, cool, awesome pools of inventory that we have that other places do not have. But there's this great thing. eBay sells everything. 1.1 billion products. It's shocking to see what people are searching for every day. We have an algorithm that comes back and shows you, like, and sometimes it's like Carrie Fisher, and you're like, oh, why is Carrie Fisher trending? And then you're like, oh, shit. And she died. And that sometimes happens, but like, I didn't know there was a new Mario Kart coming out. I don't even, honestly, I would need to click on this. I don't even know who Aaron Judge is. Who's Aaron? Do you know who Aaron Judge is? Anyone? Oh no, it's a bunch of designers. Of course they don't know. Do you know why people are shopping for him right now on eBay? Well, we could tell you that if we had an internet connection. Anyway, and then, just other ways to shop. But it's a radical departure. Anyone who is actually familiar with eBay, this looks like a different eBay. It feels like a different eBay. And we're getting really serious about kind of stepping up our game and trying to be a little different in the world and owning our heritage, which is consumer sellers, interesting and awesome eBay inventory, spectrum of value. You can buy something new direct from the brand. You can buy something that's last season that you couldn't get in the shop. You can buy something that you couldn't find in your store, even though you don't like us, but you're going to like us. I know you are. And then even things like refurbished or parts if you're on a budget and you're looking for something like that. And that's kind of my whole thing. I just want to show off this baby because I'm so proud of the team that built it. But to go back to my presentation, hold on, this is really good. I'm really good at this. I will kind of hint at kind of some of the things that we're launching. The global expansion one I told you about, we're rolling this out. The cool thing about eBay is that we work on a product as a product and design organization, product and design technology team on something that is also like Facebook in a lot of places all over the world. Our numbers are not as staggering as theirs, but they're pretty cool. We are going to bring this kind of new shopping and new visual language of eBay to our mobile touchpoints, rolling out this summer. And then lastly, the team in the room that's actually building this, one of them is right there. I can see her. I can see you too, Zach, but she's building it. Someone raise their hand and tell me something interesting you searched for on eBay or shopped for on eBay. Give me something. Give me a name of a, no, that's not going to work. I'll just use mine. So, okay, go ahead, you.
I searched for an island on eBay with the red.
You could buy an island. Well, that's not going to help my kind of thing I want to do, but. Where do you work? Where do you work? I want to work there. You can shop for an island?
I can buy one.
So, okay, so. I'm a design junkie and a design nerd, so I know what I'm looking for. So I will go search for Tom Dixon pendant lamp, or Jasper Morrison chair, or Joseph Albers print. And I sometimes feel like I know everything about what I like. There's this great thing about eBay is that other people who are hunting for the weird kind of unique stuff that I'm looking for are oftentimes looking for other really cool, unique stuff. And maybe there's a chance for it to take, rather than a mass view of like what's popular, or what's trending, or what's happening, and say, what are people that are like me looking for as well? And one thing that we're working on right now that we'll launch this summer that we're really excited about is leveraging that. It's exactly that. Someone who searched for Joseph Albers, a lot of times people also search for Ellsworth Kelly. And can we get smart and get creative and get confident in saying, hey, you like Joseph Albers? A lot of people like you also like Joseph Ellsworth Kelly, and it goes back to, can you kind of, we call it Serendipity Scale is what we're saying. It's like, we feel eBay is uniquely positioned to be able to deliver on that because of the uniqueness of product and the uniqueness of customer and the diversity of categories that we offer. And so that's coming, as well as a bunch of other things we're building. But check us out. Thank you.
Question, probably time for one or two questions.
I was fast. I think I was.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering, how do you manage, control, or curate the quality of photos on your homepage? Because obviously a lot of variability there. So
Yep.
how does that manage?
Well, I'll answer it two ways. One is the design challenge. I think that owning the fact that we have a diversity of image is, first of all, just something people have to come to terms with. That's a compromise. The compromise of working at eBay is that sometimes you're going to have products that don't look like the other products. We don't have things in white backgrounds, and not everything's shot in-house in a studio. I do think structurally how the page is laid out, how the experience is laid out, how the app is laid out. If you give enough breathing room and you put things in kind of what I would say containers, that one-to-one, good stuff talks to one another regardless of how it's shot. And I think that that's something that we're being very meticulous about in this redesign, is just spacing things out in a way that gives a little breathing room and doesn't make the bad look as bad as it would be if it was in a different environment. With that said, the head designer on my team, the engagement team, he likes ugly photos because he's restoring a BMW. And what he wants in his homepage and his feed and every touch point is like a sea of all these weird parts because he's just searching for things for his BMW. So what I would say is what's one man's ugly is another woman's pretty. And I think we just had to get out of the zone. If we get to a place where everything that you see kind of is representative of something you like, part of the hunt of shopping is discovering something that you love in an unexpected way or an unexpected place. And so there's that. The other part is a lot of the algorithms have baked into them reasons why we surface products. And typically, trusted vendors, sellers who deliver, sellers who get high ratings, things that are watched a lot tend to also just be more quality listings, which means people are more considered with their image quality. So that also surfaces up a lot of the good. You know what's funny? We're doing a presentation, and our CTO, who's a really awesome, cool guy, he is doing a presentation on a lot of the work that are the touch points of what we're doing for what we call Leaders Week next week, which is like a big meeting of leaders at eBay. And he's walking through kind of like his actual homepage, and he has like modules of content which are autographs of presidents, and he collects former presidents and first ladies' autographs. So I guess it's a common thing. I don't know. Anyway.
What's your favorite
Oh, I don't collect them anymore. I collect I have a bird collection. I really do. No, like hand-blown glass, mostly finished glass birds. But I hope you can't buy live birds on eBay. I do have, I'm not going to say it because I too, like the Facebook guy, work for a big public company that's like, media training. Can you imagine me going through media training? Yeah, that's fun. It's from Grace Jones, and it tells me to do something to her that I can't say. Here. Yeah.
So we'll find out. We'll find out where we're drinking this.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.